Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean, and here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. A double homicide in Estate Grove, and a 16-year-old boy is dead. A man is shot in Beeston Hill, and Seventh-day Adventists to the rescue. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, suddenly, St. Croix has become a killing zone for the Virgin Islands. Last night in the Mutual Homes area of St. Croix, 2 men were shot to death, and sadly, one of them was only 16 years old. Before we go to this story, News Channel 8's Wes Small wants to remind you that News Channel 8 was live on the scene. Even though this story is edited, we urge you to use discretion.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Tragedy has struck once again here in Estate Grove, here in Mutual Homes, where last night we have 2 male victims dead in a double homicide right here. Apparently, they were in their vehicle. As the camera pans, we believe it was in that area. Shots rang out in this area again last night, multiple shots. We have 2 suspects on the loose. Right now, we're going to take it to the VIPD for more information on this horrible tragedy.
This is Deputy Chief of Police Christopher Howell. The St. Croix Major Crimes and Criminal Investigation Bureaus are investigating a homicide of 2 males that occurred in Mutual Homes housing community on Wednesday, February 3rd. The victims have been identified as 31-year-old Gary Gonzalez of Estate Grove Place and a 16-year-old minor who resides in Lorraine Village Apartments. Police were notified of shots fired minutes after 7 Wednesday, February 4th. When police arrived on the scene, they observed a red vehicle parked near building 14 and 15. The 2 males were observed inside the vehicle with multiple gunshot wounds to the body. Emergency medical technicians determined that the bodies had no vital signs. Forensic technicians, Major Crime, and the Criminal Investigation Bureau detectives, along with patrol officers, responded to the scene, collected evidence, and spoke to witnesses. Gonsalves is no stranger to law enforcement, having an extensive criminal history and at least 2 felony convictions. This case will be followed up by the Major Crime Bureau. Anyone with information concerning this crime can call the Bureau at phone number 712-6075 or 712-6035. Residents can also call Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-TIPS.
I do know that earlier in the week, the governor of Puerto Rico has asked the National Guard to come in, that to fight crime in the Puerto Rican community. Perhaps Governor John DeYoung may be asked to do the same thing, as we are already on a record pace to pass our record homicide rate from last year. Right now, we have 2 young black men dead again, and we're looking for 2 suspects in Mutual Homes. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And in other news, a man was shot in the leg early today in Beeston Hill area. Details are still sketchy, but the victim showed up at the Juan Louis Hospital with a gunshot wound to his leg. He says he was just standing. He heard a shot and felt a stinging sensation in his leg. More problems at the Arthur Richards School as well once again. Earlier today, police were called to confiscate another deadly weapon. Monitors called police to the school because the student or students had brought knives to the school. We'll have more on this story tomorrow. And earlier this week, a 14-year-old boy was stabbed, and the suspect was also 14 years old. And tonight, the unofficial story that the 16-year-old boy who was killed last night was a former Arthur Richards student as well. And the Haiti relief effort is still ongoing strong right here at home in the Virgin Islands. This time, the Seventh-day Adventists stepped up to the plate and brought our Haitian brothers and sisters some relief. News Channel 8's Wes Small has more.
Well, the giving continues with the rescue effort for Haiti, our brothers and sisters there. And today we are at Zion Farm at the headquarters for the Seventh-day Adventist Church Regional Office of the North Caribbean Conference. And we are here with these wonderful people. I already got a hint early this morning that they've gone $20,000 over their goal, which I believe was set at 48, and I believe they're up around 68,000. I'm here now with Mr. Silton Brown, and you are the president of our regional area, and of course, Barbados, Antigua, Montserrat.
Antigua and Barbuda, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Anguilla,
And the British Virgin
the British
Islands.
Virgin Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, and the Dutch Antilles, St. Martin, Statia, and Saba.
All right.
These are the islands. I hope I have them all.
Yes. Could you introduce some of these wonderful people, and then we're going to see this big check.
Yes, this young lady, this young lady is the treasurer of our conference, Miss Sanaida McKenzie. We call her Cathy. On my left here is Pastor Desmond James, who is the secretary of our conference.
Delighted.
And these are two of four
Pastor
pastors on the
Richards.
island, Dr. Winston Richards and Pastor Wilmot James, the chairman of the Ministerial Association here on St. Croix.
He's the one with the check.
Yes, he's the one.
All right. Well, first of all, sir, would you like to tell us, I'm sure that your hearts went out to these people as you saw the pictures like I did, coming under the concrete, and then the plea for help.
That's
And
right.
the entire world has come to the aid. So
That's
you
right.
Young
And
people should
And I'm
feel
not
proud.
embarrassed to tell you I have had my tears as well, with some more than others. The 11-year-old young lady there who ultimately died after them struggling so hard. That's been rough
Many
going.
stories.
Many stories. So yes, but I'm so excited that our people here on St. Croix have demonstrated such bold generosity, beyond, to be honest with you, my expectations. Because 2 days after the disaster, we sent off $25,000 to help the Haitian people, immediately knowing that we could count on our people's generosity. But we had set a goal of 75 and figure we should start immediately. Now, I heard St. Croix had a goal of 20, and we hoped they would come true and not falter. I'm blown away this morning to have discovered that they are making a presentation 3 times that amount. And so I'm absolutely grateful, because we've been there on the ground doing big things in Haiti, not just since the disaster, but we've been there for many years, having 335,000 members there. We have a hospital there, 71 bed, that accommodated more than 500 at some point on the grounds, and where they could find spaces and so on. We have a university as well, and so ADRA has been there for 30 years. So when this hit, we didn't have to wait until the United States got in, and they were on the go hours after that disaster, organized and helping people.
Congratulations. Y'all should be very...
We just like the viewers to understand this is our first wave of response. We expect that as other demands come, such as the need for physical things, we know that our brethren again will rise to the call and come with a second wave as the need comes on. We're delighted to give.
Thank you, sir. Now I could do it, right? Oui, monsieur. I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.